Hello, everyone. It's been some time. We've had a few cancellations, but we're finally back in Journeys in Djruthourhi for episode 4. Thank you to all of our watchers. Seems like we got most of the gang together for tonight. Just a heads up, your DM Dumey here. I've not been feeling 100% today, so if I forget something, my brain's a little foggy. So we're going to do our best to push through that. It has been a while. So let's check in on our group. After traveling, our group has finally arrived in the town of Pav. Upon coming over the ridge, they notice a silvery colored dragon in the air and explosions going off within the town. Rushing forward, thinking something's amiss, they end up arriving at the town to find out that it's some sort of festival. The silver dragon that was in the air was actually a illusion that was conjured up by none other than Kev Corvus, who seems to be a prominent figure within POV. There was some conversations, a little bit of discussing about the festival and what it's about, and our adventurers decided to get some lodgings, and since they had been on a long journey, to finally get some rest. Of course, this didn't happen until Calen went to the guard barracks, the little station of the Crown's Guard, and met with a familiar face from Dibeddo City. After some discussing, giving the female of the Divine March the information that they had gathered, they parted on fairly good terms, it would seem, and Calen returned to the group. I believe that's where we stand for tonight. Am I missing anything? It's been a while.
We started a drinking competition.
Oh,
If I remember.
yes.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
And we didn't complete it because I said that's a good place to stop for now.
I don't remember who was even a part of the drinking. It was me, Fox, and someone else.
Malagos. wasn't it?
Malagos.
Malagos.
Oh god,
Oh,
Darren's in trouble.
Well
you
then,
realize you're not in trouble.
believe you all are in the Silver Scale Inn? Or was it the
Yeah.
Gentle Voice?
The silver.
Jail.
Silver Scale. Oh, yeah, it's been so long, and my notes are not as complete as they should be.
I did write. So the Silver Scale Inn was south of Main Street, and the Gentle Voice was the smaller one with the nice bar.
Mm-hmm.
And we met Were Tigers, but I didn't say which one we went into.
We went into the Silver Scale.
So we did go in the big one.
Yes, we went to the big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the Silver Scale...
I saw someone's camera.
The Silver Scale seems to kind of be a central hub of sorts. There are people coming in and going out, and coming in and coming out. And while most of it seems to be traffic from the festival outside, there's the usual, bar crawlers that are, sitting about. So, when you're walking into the Silver Scale Inn, the part that draws your eye immediately is the centerpiece that is over the fireplace. Just across from the door, straight within eye's view, there are what appears to be 4 large dragon scales, perhaps, hanging on a plaque. They glitter in the firelight and just seem to be kind of the centerpiece of this entire place. Other than that centerpiece, the rest of the end is rather nondescript. It's a wood interior, not made to be very fancy. It's made to be more functional and rather boring. There are hunting trophies strewn about from the wilds around, pelts and such. The furniture is mismatched, and while there is quite a ruckus going on from the festivities, the smells of good food do come from back behind the counter. What would you guys like to do?
I remember what happened at the end
You remember what happened at the end?
of last session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saren stole sandwiches.
I took a bite of someone's sandwich. I worked at the barkeep, and then the lady working in the kitchen got cranky with me.
Yes, you had
And
already
that's
met
when I
the
said-
barkeep.
Yep.
The big
that's when I
guy
gave
and a
her
little
a-
dwarf.
Yep.
I feel like we did go into the gentle voice because I don't remember it being like a big ruckus, and they had to like move people around for us to get rooms.
they?
I'm pretty sure we went to the gentle voice.
Oh, okay. Well, you just got
Yeah.
a free description of the silver scale.
I like this. Well, we're checking that out later.
Calen can't tell if the scales came from a mystery dragon.
Up crawl.
Maligos, we're checking that out later for sure.
So,
Pub crawl, Hawks. Pub crawl.
that was the multiverse where your guys' choice sent you off to the silver scale, but because your actual choice sent you off to the gentle voice and you've already been there for a little while, we'll just ignore that shunt of the timeline. Anyway, back to canonical time. Having met both the large man and the small dwarf, you all did decide to start up the drinking contest. And while the dwarf has been away gathering drinks, they have left you all to your devices for the moment.
Calen looks at the others and says, "Why do you guys have a drinking competition every time we stop?"
We didn't
Because
have one in Redbridge.
We didn't have
No,
much
we
time
didn't.
in Redbridge.
Well, yeah, before I got dragged out of bed.
Saren is going to very quietly whisper to Garganoth, "I've never been in a drinking competition. What do I do?"
You drink.
Is there anything
It's
else?
a lot easier than it seems. You should try it.
Okay.
And you know what? You could also probably pretend like you were drinking, but then not drink. With your, sleight of hand thing, I would imagine. So you'd probably do really well in competitions.
Is this like the only thing that humanoid friends do? Is just challenge each other to see who can get inebriated the fastest?
No, that's only the beginning. It then goes to who's better at arm wrestling, and then real wrestling, and then fighting, and
We should arm wrestle.
Hurts.
Is there a time where there's going to be who can make the bigger bomb?
Lanier, I've been meaning to speak to you about that.
What?
We'll talk later.
Okay.
I cannot get inebriated, but I would like to participate in an arm wrestle.
You'd like to arm
Calen-
wrestle?
Do we detach our arms and then they just wrestle?
No, the idea of an arm wrestle is it's attached to your shoulder. You have your elbow on the table, and then whoever manages to make the flat of the back of the other's hand touch the table first is the winner.
Huh. Okay.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say Odd's gonna like find a flat surface and then wait for someone to come sit with it.
It's on Odd.
Calen looks at Malagos and says, "It's all you, Mally."
What'd you say, Kairi?
My money is on Odd.
Oh. Is Malagos and Odd gonna arm wrestle?
Yeah.
I'll accept the challenge too.
I can tell you that Odd's strength is not as high as Malagos's.
Let's see who has the better luck.
Alright, so you guys are able to find one of the smaller, like, two-person tables. Takes a bit of time to keep the table from wobbling. A few bits of cloth or a rag shoved under one of the legs seems to get it stable enough. But as Odd and Malagos sit across from each other, what would you guys like to do?
Is it possible to take just the armor off of that one arm?
It would take a couple of minutes to do so, but yeah, with some help you could probably get it off.
Can someone help?
Calen's gonna help and be like a hype person.
Okay.
Okay, what does that sound like?
You've bested dragons, Melly. You can do this. You may be going up against a robot who has unknown and untold strength, but I reckon you've got this.
Saren yells, don't forget the upside down gravity thingamajiggy. You'll find Malagos.
Fox is in the background cheering, "Go superhero, go!"
They can rip you apart with their mind, but you have strength on your side.
It's like looking
Yeah,
behind them like I have no hype person.
Oh,
Poor Odd.
I believe in you. You're strong. I probably wasn't the best person to start off with, though.
Yeah, no, probably not.
I'll go next.
It's fine.
We'll see how it goes.
I'm here to learn the human experience, and if losing is part of that experience, then it will be well met.
Unfortunately, that is definitely part of the experience. But you're still a winner.
Malagos with that
It's
armor off
confusing.
her right arm. She's gonna put the elbow down and hold her hand up, ready for Odd.
Odd puts their left arm out and matches Malagos, not really understanding quite yet.
Well,
Okay.
it would seem that as you guys are setting up, you guys have started to draw a few eyes, and there's a few whispered bets going around already.
All right, Odd. How this works? We're gonna grasp hands. Put your other free arm behind your back. You're only gonna use the strength of the one arm, and then you're gonna push the other person's arm with all your might until the back of your hand touches the table.
How do I know
Or the back of your hand.
which arm is stronger?
You know what? We'll try this arm, and whatever the outcome is, we'll swap arms, and we'll go again, and then we'll see.
Seems fair. Sure.
Are you-
Odd will put their right hand up and their left hand behind their back.
Malagos is gonna.
Go ahead.
Calen, can you help me take the armor off the other arm? Because she had her right arm up. So like, alright, take the armor off his arm.
Calen's gonna take out a towel, like dab at Malagos's forehead, hand a bottle of water, take the armor off the other hand.
Your right arm.
Now I've been
because my right arm is opposite. Because you're facing me.
Oh, that's right.
It's all right.
Well, I need the
Magnus.
armor off
It's
that
smart
arm
thought
anyway,
intelligence.
so.
Hey guys, she's in a tank top. It's
Yeah.
armored.
God. Hate it.
God. It's full plate
I
too,
already
so
can
it's got
feel-
the high collar.
She's gonna look at him and be like, "Don't lose those."
Caelin's
I've
like
already-
got them on her arms.
Alright. So,
Alright.
as you guys square up, scaly hand in metal hand, I want you both to roll me a strength check. Or athletics.
You cut
what?
out.
Or what?
Athletics.
Athletics. Cool.
Oh!
Ooh.
So as everything starts and kind of the hush goes over the crowd waiting, Malagos, you came into this thinking it wasn't going to be too bad, but as you start to pull, that arm is like locked in place. It's like trying to move a tree trunk over. You're pulling and pulling and pulling, and I'm assuming because Odd doesn't quite understand how this goes yet, Odd is just holding your arm right there as you're pulling against it.
Have we started yet?
Yes.
Is this how you play?
Yes,
No.
you have to make sure that Malagos' back of the hand goes onto the table, though.
Oh. Bonk.
Valius puts the hand down.
And
Like,
Odd
she's still-
just, it's like a switch. As soon as Odd knows the goal, it's just bam, table.
That was
Man, I really
so
should have put money on that.
Fun.
That arm's a little tired. Valius gonna put that arm down, bring up her left arm, and go, "Let's try this again."
Okay.
Kaelin is going to say to the crowd, and for the right hand competition, who did we have on the Rebel Robot?
Well, actually, Malagos was favored by the crowd, but there's a lot of kind of disappointed people, and you only take about half bets this time, where they're betting on Oddstum for the second one. So as our two contenders square up once more, give me another athletics check, both of
We're
you.
winning. Athletics.
Oh!
God damn!
So this time, Odd, now that you know what the game is, you're ready for it. And the moment that you feel Malagos start to pull, it is immediate. It's just like a mechanical ratchet down to the table. And Malagos, it hurts a little bit this time because you weren't expecting it to go that quick.
My character said yes. My roll said no.
Odd, I challenge you.
Okay.
If arm's still broken?
No,
No.
Okay.
Did that speak?
They're about to be again.
About to be.
probably.
Like Malagos is gonna come up and be like, "Calen, I would like my armor back."
I'm
Kaelin is
sorry,
going
what,
to...
Malagos?
A little embarrassed.
Oh, I
Thank
give
you,
Malagos
buddy.
a hug.
Odd,
I'm gonna...
Glad you were my first.
Odd, you're getting pats on the back. You're getting people coming up to you, like cheering because you just made them some money. Some people offering you drinks. Of course, they don't understand that you don't drink. And
I'll take money instead, thank you.
you thought you were without a hype man, but now you have like 12 or so.
This is so much pressure.
Don't break his arms again. We
Uh,
just fixed those.
Kaelin is gonna say, We have another challenger to verse the rebel robot. I have
Definitely
seen
still
this
got my money
man-
on odd.
I guess I'm gonna
I've
put money
seen
on
this
odd.
man conjure beasts that killed 10 men.
Oh,
Can he defeat the mechanical madam?
Once again, the bets are being placed by the crowd as Hawks. What would you like to do?
even Malagos is betting against me.
Bring it
It's odd.
on.
I just got my ass beat by odd. Oh my god. Odd's about to get real fucking rich.
I'm not betting, so I'm not about to get any money.
All right.
I ain't got any money.
It's 2-1 odds now.
I'm just gonna sit down and prepare. Act like I'm tough.
All right. Give me a strength.
What's the
or
worst that
athletic
could
check.
happen? I've already broken my bones once this week.
Don't break them again. We just healed them.
We'll find out. Athletics checks. Oh, Hawks has a -2.
my
Oh shit.
Oh!
So this time, Odd, you're feeling pretty confident in yourself. You like this game. You know this game. It's not as hard as you thought it was going to be. And as Hawks sits down and your arms meet, oddly, yeah, this is a challenge. Something in Hawksley, whether it be where his power comes from or just the difference in his physique. It's a little bit of a struggle, but he starts to push Odd down, and there's a little fighting about halfway, and a little struggle, and then you hear the metal hit the table. Hawks wins.
Your hands are so sweaty.
Arms weak.
It's probably the fish slime.
Hey, do you want to try the other arm?
Sure, why not?
And the Avenger of the Deep draws forward in the competition.
So yeah, Calen, you won 8 gold on Hawks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mally's gold is lost.
I guess it's gonna lean into Calen going, we enter an alternate dimension?
I don't know what's happening, but I love it.
So, as you all switch your arms and square up again, the crowd's kind of confused at this point. They're starting to whisper, thinking that you guys are rigging the game. But,
It's hard for metal to grip on wet surfaces.
I take some chalk powder out. I take some chalk powder out and I clap it against each of your hands.
freshly chalked hands. Let's have the athletics checks.
What about the elbows?
Try-
The elbows will slide.
Oh, buddy.
So close.
So, Hawks, you're feeling pretty good after that. You watch Malagos get beaten, and you just beat Odd for the first time, and so you lean into this one, and you get a bit of movement, but apparently that chalking the hands, Odd has a firm grip, and just like the arm on a clock, your arm goes back and back and back and back and back and down on the table.
And the Mechanical Master of Mischief takes this one again.
Good game, Odd.
Gar.
That was fun.
Which arm did you go with that time?
That
Hawks?
was the
I think
left.
that was the left.
That was the left arms.
I think.
Sure.
Okay.
They're in one. Go.
Good, sir.
Saren, wanting this spectacle continue, is going to stand on a table and go, Garganoth, Garganoth, Garganoth.
Garganoth.
And the crowd starts chanting
Calen
with
is
her.
going to. Calen is going to go to Odd's back and say, Odd, you've got this. You've beaten Malagos. You've tied with Hawks. I reckon you can take on Garganoth.
Garganoth waves to the crowd, and as he sits down, he starts chanting to himself, "Son of Daniel, son of Daniel."
Son of Daniel.
How can I win? I have no god on my side.
You
have
don't
more
need
than a
God.
on your side.
You have friends. And
They
friends
only
are
came
family.
over here because I won.
Well, I more so
time?
meant the party, but
Oh, thank you.
All right. That's
oh,
Yeah,
I haven't
I'm
done this in a while.
impressed.
Garganoth limbers up.
Yes, Hawks, you did do well. I'm proud of you for your one arm.
The crowd
Yay.
is once again taking up bets. Not sure who to bet on quite yet. They see Garganoth walk up with how he looks and his physique and the armor and, well, not armor, but weapons he carries. And it's a pretty even split.
Calen's gonna hype up both of them, saying, Garganoth, son of Daniel, known to have fought over 20 giants at one time, and defeated them all. The mechanical master of mischief, Oddston, victor of 2 bouts. Who will win?
Actually, it was a tie for one of those.
Hawks, your hands are slippery.
That's not true.
It's true.
Help me put my armor back on.
Okay.
Calen
Yeah,
hands the armor to Hawks.
All
I
right.
What?
look forward to learning good technique from a true warrior.
Odd and Garganoth, as you square up, let me see those athletics rolls.
For whatever reason, Garganoth is warming up his ankles for
His
the arm
ankles.
wrestling.
Okay.
Gotta get those calisthenics in. A +9 to your roll. Yeah, I was never.
Oh my.
So as Garganoth limbers up and stretches and, about every joint and cracks his fingers and sits down, just kind of smiles over at Odd. And yeah, this time, as soon as the signal is called, Garganoth, would you do it quick or would you do it slow, Garganoth?
Oh, I would do it slow. I wouldn't want to be mean to Odd.
Okay.
I'd want to get the crowd chanting a little bit for them too, and then make it look close.
So Garganoth completely controlling the match, back and forth, the arms going one side and the other. And give me a performance check, Gar.
Okay.
Could it be with advantage because we're hyping him? Oh, it doesn't need it.
Oh my.
18. Yeah, Gar, you're making it look pretty convincing. It's, you're fighting whenever or they've got you pulled back. You're getting all excited as you're going forward, and then it kind of pulls back, and then finally, after a good back and forth, you slam Odd's hand down on the table, and there's cheers from all the crowd around the inn.
Of Daniel, son of Daniel.
Garganoth says, "Well done, Odd. That was very close.
That was invigorating.
You're pretty good."
I never knew. You can't arm wrestle yourself.
Yeah, good point.
It's one of those inspirational quotes that needs to be on a poster in someone's office.
Yes.
Hey, Malagos.
Hmm.
I hope I don't make your armor all slippery.
What?
I mean, seeing as everything just flips right off of this armor, I think you're good.
Calen is going to raise Garganoth's hand high and say, "Do we have a contestant from the crowd? 5 silver for entry."
There's a lot of people that kind of don't look quite interested. They're more interested in betting. However, there is someone that just walked in the door that seems to be rather interested. Hold on one second. Where is the sheet? A woman with very almost gray blonde hair and a white armor walks in. She's looking at the table, having apparently heard the ruckus from outside. Jeanette Daniil walks over. Well, I suppose it's only common for someone of my station to at least try to have good rapport with the locals. What better way than to participate in some tedious little competition?
Aaron's going to mutter to Kairi, do we really look like locals?
No, she knows exactly who we are.
Cool.
I don't think so.
Calen is gonna have a broad smile and say, "Why? We have a divine shield of the march as a contestant." Versus
That's Shield of Radiance. It's a completely different thing, but I appreciate the recognition. Do you mind if I try my luck, or is this a private tournament?
I opened it.
Oh, by all means.
Alright. She sits down, very proper and ladylike in her posture. Well, wait, actually, does Odd get up, or does Odd remain?
Odd would have vacated the seat when Caitlin opened the floor.
Oh, okay. So yes, she sits down and smiles at Garganoth from across the table, and she appears as a human, from what you can tell, Gar. A young woman, probably late 20s, early to mid 30s, possibly at the latest. She takes off her long gauntlet and sets it on the table, and then puts her right elbow down on the table and smiles across at you. Well, son of Daniel, was it? I wish you luck and no bad feelings for either half.
I wish you luck as well. May the best victor be victorious.
Very well. And she holds open her hand. And Garganoth, I want you to whisper this athletics roll to me. Okay. And let's see how she does. Ooh. Okay. So Gar, as your two hands come together and the signal is given, Jeanette just kind of stares into your eyes, just with that calm, collected look to her face. And as you two start to struggle and push at each other's hands, like, you can feel the power that this woman is giving off. And whereas you were kind of making it look good for Odd, this is an actual fight. And it's going back and forth, and you both are struggling back and forth. And you struggle at this for a while. So much so that you're going to have to whisper me another athletics check, because you both tied.
Holy shit. Malgus is dead silent, just watching. He's like, oh, fuck.
Suddenly, I'm glad we're not messing with her.
Oh, shit. Alright, so once again, the hush is over the audience as they're watching it go back and forth, and there's little oohs when it starts to tip one way, and little gasps as it starts to tip the other. But for the most part, your guys' arms stay right there in that mid position, just back and forth, and you can feel like the strength, like the stiffness building up in your arm, and you can feel her arm start to tremble a little bit and shake. And you're just, it's like you're stuck there against the wall. And then there's this moment where she's been staring at you this whole time, and you see just this hint of a smirk at the corner of her mouth. And she bats her eyelashes at you for a moment. And she just starts pushing that much more. Somewhere this other strength just came from nowhere. And she starts pushing and pushing and pushing. And right before you touch the table, she smiles up at you and says, "Sorry for this." And just pins your arm down to the table.
Garganoth springs up from the table and starts roaring and clapping and saying, "What a contest! Wow, splendid show! That was incredible! I've never had a match that close. Please allow me to buy you a drink."
Oh, well, that was quite a workout, and oh, you did a number on my arm there. You all aren't as, well, I won't say it that way, but you all are a lot better than many would appear to be. I'll take that drink. I am off duty for the moment, and yes, thank you very much.
Hey, Doomer.
Speaking of
Fine
that,
compliment. You're
Malgus,
welcome to join our party at the table.
Okay, so many people talking at once.
Sorry.
Wander first.
Just out of curiosity, am I still within 10 feet of... I'm still within 10 feet of Garganoth, right? Because I didn't move very far, just went to go put my arms on.
Yeah.
It applies to saves, not checks.
Yeah.
Don't
saves.
No, 'cause I'm just... Oh. It's just in case.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Let me explain how that went out. Both of them rolled an 18 the first time.
Oh.
The second time, Garganoth rolled a 27.
Oh.
And Jeanette rolled a 26. But Jeanette's was a crit.
Ooh.
Damn.
She crit on the second roll. Even though it was one below Gar, that crit just pushed it.
It was the batting of the eyelashes that made me question, so I was like, just in case these auras affect anything.
No. That's good. That's a good instinct, though.
Sus.
And Hawks, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, oh yeah, Malgus. I still challenge you
Yes.
to a drinking competition.
Let's drink, but who wants a round?
Well, it is that time that the dwarf maiden does come out with the drinks, and she's congratulating the winners and consoling the losers, and and even brings out 2 very tall, frothy ale cups in these lidded steins for Garganoth and Jeanette.
Hang on a second. How much does the round of drinks cost?
Just for you guys, there being 8 of you, 16 silver.
And how much if it was the entire tavern? Or whoever wanted to drink? While I go said out loud, who wants a round?
There's about 24 people in there right now, so 2 is 48 silver, plus the 16 is 58, 64. 64 silver pieces.
So 7 gold is what I'm hearing, because I don't have silver.
Alright, 7 gold it is.
There we go. I'm buying everyone a round.
So as the cheers go on and we'll do the drinking contest in a moment. Jeanette sits down in her chair, taking her stein that's identical to Gar's, and looking at the dwarf, she just kind of smiles and has kind of a quizzical expression. So, where do you hail from, Sir Son of Daniel?
Well, it's a long story, but it started off underground, back at home, and we had a lot of corruption in the lands. There was a lot of fighting. We lost much of our family, but we ended up pushing them back and reclaiming our home. And I came above ground and vowed to do the same for others. And the first party I found myself with, they all got, for lack of a better word, they didn't measure up to certain fights against frogs or certain even, you know what, it's just, I don't know how to say it, but a lightning bolt just struck one of them down. It's very weird, but anyway, I ended up finding these bunch on the road, and I've called them friends ever since, and now I consider them family.
Oh,
what about you?
You all were a product of the... I see. I get that. Oh, myself, well, I grew up in a small town a bit north from here. It's a place called Garreton. It's not the best of tourist attractions, but, you know, my parents tried their best to make do with what they had, and they saved up and eventually sent me off to the capital for teachings, and I excelled in sword fighting, and eventually the Crown's Guard took me in, and through hard work, and I rose among the ranks until the Divine March started recruiting, and when that happened, everything seemed to change, and I met the Divine Speaker, and, well, I mean, she was impressed, and she said the Divine were impressed by my skills, and so here I am. Of course, now, here, where I am, is a bit of a punishment for missteps recently in the capital, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but your misfortune is our gain, I suppose. We're happy to have you and have you keep us company for the night, or until you decide to leave, or wherever you may find yourself afterward.
Well, that is something that I wanted to speak to you about. I did have a conversation with, and she kind of looks around the room a bit until she sees Calen.
Sitting across from her.
Oh, I thought they're still at the 2-person table. Is Calen there
okay.
at the edge as well? Because if
Caleb
so,
would
that's
have
fine.
grabbed a chair
Okay.
and sat down.
And yes, she looks around and then realizes Calen's there. Oh, you miss. I spoke with one of your members here, and she was telling me of the suspicions that you guys have run across on your way here, and a bit of it troubles me. I sent a letter off to the capital, but while doing the letter that I was sending out, I noticed that there was a letter here waiting for you all.
Oh?
For us?
Yes. From a, and she reaches into her armor and pulls out a rolled piece of paper, and it has the Imperial Guard's crest on the ribbon. From what the messenger who brought it said, it is from a Captain Swain, and I was requested to lay it in a Malagos. Is that how you say it? Okay. Yes, I am supposed to give this.
Pop up.
I am supposed to give this to Malagos.
Oh,
What? Did you hear my name?
Is this something we should speak about in private, or would you like to join us at the party's table?
I mean, it's your all's letter. That's why I came over here, but I have not read it. I'm sure they would not be very happy if I was to hand the letter open with the seal broken.
No, of course. All right, let's go join Malagos at their table, and when we get there, Garganoth is just going to sort of use his very small frame, but still try to block Malagos opening the letter from other prying eyes.
Okay. So as you guys move over, the dwarf has brought a few rounds of drinks, getting prepared for Hawks's and Malagos's drinking competition. There's 5 cups sitting on each side of the table near these two. Gar, I'll let you introduce since you're the one leading the group over.
Okay, you said her name was Jeanette, right? Just
Yes.
to be sure.
That's correct.
Okay. Malagos, Jeanette has a letter for us, and also she'll be joining us at our table. And Garganoth looks excited as he sees the drinks and the competition that's about to unfold after in anticipation.
Hey, Garg. You want to join us?
Yes.
Alright. Well, I guess it's gonna, get the bartender's attention, be like, can we have another 5 for our dwarf friend?
Of course.
And while she's doing that, she's also holding her hand up for the letter. She's multitasking.
Jeanette, still holding the letter, looks to the Dragonborn. You're Malagos, correct?
Correct.
Very well then. I just had to be sure. And she lays the letter in Malagos's hand.
Now, did I hear correctly that she was from the Divine March?
Jeanette
Yes.
is the Shield of Radiance, which is basically the head of the defense force aspect of the Divine March. You all met her in the church.
I was trying to remember if that's one we've met and Malagos liked or didn't like. I don't have those notes for that part yet. I was trying to remember how Malagos felt about Jeanette.
I don't think you guys actually met her. I think while you were lingering and listening, she delivered a message to the Divine Speaker, if I'm correct. I think that's what happened.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so you didn't actually meet her face to face.
Alright, well, we won't be judging because she almost should be Garth. So I think it's gonna take that and just look at Garth and be like, should we open this now before this drinking contest starts? Or should we wait till we're all in our rooms?
No, we should read it now. Sorry, Doug.
No, I was just gonna pretty much say it's up to you guys.
I think we should read it, decide whether or not we should be drinking tonight, and then give it to someone who's going to stay sober.
Agreed, and then we drink.
That's a
Lanya
good
raises his
idea.
hand and then goes, I don't drink. I can read it and then destroy it.
No. Calen. We are giving the letter to Calen.
With explosives.
Letter is not a spy
Lanya
letter
slowly
that-
puts a bar of a stick of TNT back into his bag.
Oh no.
This is
So
not a
Malagos is
letter
gonna
that
kinda
needs
like-
to self-destruct.
Let Hawk say it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Hawks. What were you saying?
This is not a letter that we need to have self-destruct, Lanier.
He visibly looks upset.
I imagine
We don't know
Lanyard,
that yet.
if you saw the Lego movie, Lanyard is the spaceship guy.
It's on my
Yes.
list to watch, actually.
Benny.
Anytime someone says we need to get rid of this or destroy this, or he's just like, destroy? Spaceship? Build a spaceship? Yeah.
It's explosives?
What was it? Rico from from Madagascar?
Yes, exactly.
Who? Yes.
I love it.
Malagos, it's a simple piece of parchment with a ribbon around it and a wax seal of the Imperial crest. So, that's what you're holding. Oh, excuse me.
So Malagos is gonna like motion for a few others of the group to come in, and she's gonna like situate herself so she's opening it between her and Garth, so no prying eyes can look at this.
That's easy enough. Nobody seems to really be watching.
And then she's gonna open it. Is it in a language she can read?
What can you read?
Undercommon, giant, draconic, common.
It's in common.
Okay. I had to double check with the language thing we had earlier.
As you open the letter,
And-
it is written in not impeccable script, but it's legible. The letter says, to Knight Malagos, in preparations for the investigation of the house at the address you provided, we had sent a small battalion of Kingsguard to keep watch on the area. However, as they watched the house overnight, the next morning the house and all of its contents seems to have vanished. The difficult part of the investigation came after, where upon investigating and interviewing the neighbors of the establishment, we found out that only about half of them could remember a house ever being there whatsoever. With these findings probably not being exactly what you had envisioned, this letter comes as a bit of a disappointment, I am sure. However, what we have found... However, what we have found is that there is some connection to hag magic. I have sent with this letter a request to the garrison and Pav to assist you in any further local investigations that may come about. I wish your group good luck in your search, and please be sure to report often as you are able. P.S. Please tell Hawks he is forgiven. Signed,
Aww.
Captain Jessamine Swain, of the Imperial Guard.
We just don't know what she's been given.
Hey, Hawks. If you're really
Yes?
wanting to go report in person, I can get us there and back.
I don't know.
After reading leather, Malagos is gonna roll it up, and she's gonna hold it out to Calen and be like, "I know you'll keep this safe. Just don't let us lose this."
Calen is going to tuck it far into her jerkin.
Okay.
And then she's going to look at Hawks and motion for him to lean in closer. Pat his shoulder and just say, "I've been told you are forgiven." And she's not gonna like say it very loud. She's gonna say it like just loud enough for Hawks to hear her.
Forgiven by who?
Our werewolf friend.
That is actually good news.
Thought you would like that news. Now don't forget that after we finish this drink.
I don't know if I can promise that.
Well, that's why I gave it to Calen so that we can remember in the morning. It didn't seem urgent. It seems like everything's fine. It's just an update. I believe we will be okay to continue the drinking contest.
I agree.
Did you read it out loud? That was the question I wanted to ask.
No.
So
No.
much probably only.
But I read it, but I held it so that anyone who was standing around, like the group, if they were standing around, they could read it over my shoulder.
Okay. So yes, what I was going to say does fit. Jeanette, not able to really help but read as you're reading. She kind of lays a hand on your shoulder, Malagos. Since that request did come through to aid with local investigations, I should feel pertinent to ask, what does bring you all out here to Pav?
Eligos would remember, but Wander does not.
Calen looks at Malagos, Saren, and Gog for permission.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
For what?
You remember how I told you that we had a suspicion about Dawntife?
Yes.
Well, we found, or more accurately, through the investigation of the site of the explosion, there was found an extremely mangled but still very identifiable arrow that can only be traced back to Dawntide's stronghold.
I see. Well, in that case, I probably do have a bit of information for you all, but not something I can share here. In the morning, perhaps, I can gather some materials together and perhaps help you to fulfill the request given to me by the captain of the guard. However, I will say this. Try not to... And she kind of leans in closer, where she's kind of leaning over the table at this point. Try not to make it obvious that you're working for the capital out here. While many in this town could care less, there are some who would find that distasteful.
Whatever you
Why?
mean, we're just traveling through.
I'm sorry, the thief working for a crime family is the one asking why people would find it distasteful?
I'm just wondering, politically, like, is there people who don't like the guards and the capital, or is it crime? Like,
Jeanette kind of stands a little bit straighter and is prepared to explain. This region of Djruthourhi is more of the Badlands. These towns, while Pav is kind of on the border of such things, as you go further in, these are places that people go when they want to get away from something. And a lot of people's somethings is the capital and the empire and the laws. So, knowing that someone like me, a uniformed, as it were, guard, is here, I'm fairly easy to spot. When they start finding out that there's possibly commonly dressed folks that have an allegiance in different areas, it would get a little uncomfortable and make people be looking over their shoulder much more than they already do.
Malleus is gonna look at her own armor like, fuck.
And
Isn't this the only way to break down those walls?
The
I can think of a way.
walls, yes.
Lanyard, no.
And she kind of smirks at Hawks when he says that. For example, many people feel... How would I put this? Let's say you're someone who is trying to avoid, off the top of my head, the Shanti Shankers. You would not, as it were, feel very safe in a tavern or bar where you knew that such people from a prominent crime family were frequent to visit. And thus, if you're trying to escape the long arm of imperial rule, you would not want to know that there are people among your drinking buddies that could turn you in. Does that make sense, Miss Saren, was it?
Saren. Jeremy, can I take a quick scan of the room with a perception check real quick?
You can make a perception check. What are you looking for?
Any familiar faces?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, really?
A 17 is still a 17.
Yeah, you can't crit fail a skill check. Searching around the room, as it is now, from you sitting and the festivities and everything, there's a lot of faces in here. You don't see anyone currently that you recognize, but I'm sure that doesn't quite put you at ease.
No. Does anyone else want to take my place in the drinking competition?
I'm designated.
Who am I sharing a room with?
Me.
Anyone remind
Malleus
me?
and Hawks.
Who of you don't sleep?
You.
We both do.
Do you sleep?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I do not sleep. I do not eat.
Cool. If I pass out drunk, can someone put me in odds room? Because Malagros will sleep through a storm.
I don't try
That's
to.
drinking.
Calen says... Calen looks at Malagos and says, I can babysit her tonight if you like.
I like this one. Keep her safe, please.
Jeanette kind of smiles as you guys are talking among yourselves. Just to clarify, both of those scenarios were hypothetical and have no standing in our current situation. So she kind of shoots a knowing smirk in Saren's direction. I am going to go back to the garrison and work on those files. We have files on a lot of people, and I'm going to have to dig through them. So you all have a wonderful night, and if you need anything else, Miss Calen there knows where to find me.
As soon as
Have a good
she's like
night.
out of the car, Sarah's just gonna start banging her head against the table repeatedly.
You okay there?
What's wrong?
Have you told us about the shanties?
Yeah, you guys know about the Shanties.
I think this was the reference to her previous.
She puts like a mouth over Calen, being like, "Shh."
Malleus just has like a light bulb moment and just nods. She gets it. She understands.
And I'm gonna take 2 more tankards of ale and be like, "These 2 are mine."
That's not how the competition works.
It's not. She's gonna actually. Malleus is gonna look at Calen. Hold on. Let me actually see. Question, Doomer.
Yes.
The shield that I have. The shield has its own charges,
Yes.
so I don't have to use a spell level slot for that, right?
What does it say?
Competition.
That's actually so hot again.
Well, it does say when you cast a spell. I guess I do. I
Does
don't
it?
remember that. Well, we have the spell, and then we wrote Invictus Sanctum next to it. But I don't
look
have
at the shield. Hold on.
What is it that you're trying to figure out?
I have a shield that has a thing called Private Sanctum. So if you don't need to sleep, I could use it if I can use a... Oh, I do have charges for the shield. I can use it so that, like, there can't be targeted by divination.
While tuned to this shield, any ally within 5 feet of you has a +2 to their AC while they are behind the shield. Invictus Sanctum has 3 charges. These charges may be used to cast following spells on/centered on the one who is attuned to it, with no material cost or usage of spell slots.
Perfect. We can just have Calen sleep in our room, and I'll just sleep on the floor next to Sarah within 5 feet.
And Sarah just says, "They're not gonna cast a spell on me. If they were gonna do anything, they'd kidnap me and put me in a teleport circle like they did in the Capitol, but then they return me afterwards."
Therein, the
You were
spell
kidnapped.
can keep from teleporting in or out.
Saren's like encouraging Hawks to catch up. Saren's like, hurry up, drink those 2. Hurry up.
We haven't even started our competition yet.
I feel like this means we should.
So, back in the gentle voice in players, drinking competition or something else? Up to you.
Well, I am not drinking.
I actually feel the need to drop out and talk to Calen about that report in person that they suggested.
Calen nods and says, "I'll need a couple of hours. Do we have a way to get word to Jessa that we may be incoming?"
Not at the moment.
Looking at Kairi, my love, do you have Any
don't-
spells?
I don't think I have communication spells.
Anything adjacent with message?
I thought you prepared sending.
I don't think I have send. Oh, maybe I guess I did. Let's see. I forgot I had that apparently. A creature with your familiar. Okay then, yeah.
Sarah's going to push her pints towards Malaga and say, catch up.
All right. How many have you drank?
This many. She holds up 3 fingers, but there's only 2 drinks in front of her.
Ma'am, are you toasted already?
Did you just say ma'am?
Sarah, give me a Constitution save.
I've got a very sad constitution level.
So
It
do
could be
I.
worse.
It's not in the negatives.
This is true.
Sarah goes, I've had this many! And then falls asleep.
Give me 2 more.
Oh, God.
She's only got 2 tankards in front of her. Oh no.
Okay, so
I've had this many.
Did anyone check Soren's age when she joins the party? Is she less than 100? Because she shouldn't drink if she's less than 100.
So, the way drinking works in my games is regular alcohol that doesn't have any special properties. When you drink them, your threshold is your Constitution modifier, which is 0, plus 1/2 of your level, rounded down. So that's 6. So on your 3rd drink, you're feeling a little bit tipsy, and at the moment you have disadvantages on skill checks and attacks. So just so you know what you're working with right now, you're still good.
But she still had this many, but it wasn't 3, it was 2.
She said 3, there's 2 tankards in front of her.
Oh, so she only had 2. Well, you're still tipsy because, yeah.
I slid the rest of my tankards in front of Saren, supposing that she was in a hurry to drink.
Well, I guess it's gonna go, oh, no, and pull them towards her. And Malagos is gonna drink her first tankard.
Did you take away Saren's drinks?
Oh, no. She took away the one Hawks was pushing towards Saren.
Now Saren has no drinks in front of her, and she is going to pout like a child.
There, you have 3 in front of you. You drank 2.
How old is Saren?
About 25?
She's fine.
About 25?
She's
so
fine.
you're... I was about to say... So you're
I'm she'd be 27 now.
Girls age differently.
Yeah, so they come of age... 18 is about 100, so you'd be about 105.
Yeah. I'm this many.
Just wash your hands.
God, Garg, let's do this, Garg.
What about me?
We gotta catch up to you. First drink down, second drink down.
Alright, hold on.
Ergonoth will do their best to keep up with Malagos.
If we're actually
We are
doing
not adding the wink wink.
Oh, we're doing this.
Oh, we are.
Only
Okay.
2 of us are not gonna do this in the mornings.
So, Gar, what is your Constitution modifier?
Constitution modifier is 2.
It was one of them.
Malagos, what's yours?
1.
Saren was a young, very young adult.
Okay. So, as the two of you start the competition, you both feel pretty good. Gar, you make it to the 7th drink and you're feeling pretty A-okay. Malagos, as your 7th drink comes, roll me a constitution.
Oh, I think I get advantage
Save.
on these too. Oh, good. It's a save. Hang on. Where's my thing? I gotta find it. Where are you? I get advantage on things. We all get advantage on things. So we get a 3 to our advantages. Constitution.
So
That's a
5
shitty
plus
roll.
3.
Yep.
So yeah, Malagos, after your 7th drink,
7.
yeah, they're on 7.
Do I need to roll Constitution now?
I'm pretty sure you
I was gonna
said we
say
passed
Theron
out.
was drinking with us. It's us 3.
Oh, Saren's Constitution modifier is 0, so okay.
Oh
so,
no.
Hold on, we gotta back up a little bit then. So that's 6 plus 0 equals 6. So Saren, once you get to 6, give me a Constitution save.
And you get a +3 from Aura of Protection.
That doesn't help her. She
Which
now has
brings us to a
disadvantage on
9.
skill checks and attacks.
So it's
Alright.
just flat.
The 7th one, Garganoth is feeling good. Malagos rolled her
saved.
her Constitution save. So now Malagos now has disadvantage on skill checks and attacks. Saren, your 7th drink, Constitution save. 19. Saren, you got kind of a second win. You're going pretty good. We're on 7, so
I probably stole someone's like food off their plate and like I need to borrow this.
I need a grease coat.
You said disadvantage on ability checks and
attacks, yes. So we're now on 8. Garganoth. That 8th one
Yes.
took a bit. Give me a Constitution save. 24.
it's Theron.
Never mind, and you don't have to whisper anymore. Garganoth, you're feeling great. Feeling great. Malagos. The 8th drink. Constitution save.
Real quick, should Saren reroll one? Because she rolled a Constitution check, not a save.
No, I'm keeping it.
Okay. 11 down.
18.
Yeah.
Alright. Malagos, feeling pretty good still. Facing off against Gar and Saren. Saren, give me a Constitution save. 21. Everybody's doing good on the 8th drink. Alright.
When
So,
do we stop?
until only one of you's left. That's how competition works.
Yes.
The
Please don't
9th
get knocked
drink.
out.
Garganoth, the 9th drink. Give me a Constitution save. Garganoth's doing
Damn.
good.
Well,
Malagos.
Oh boy. Come on. Yeah.
Malagos doing good on the 9th drink. Saren,
Oh no.
7.
That's a 10.
10. So,
Aura protection.
so Saren, tastes good. Alcohol is good. Tastes real good. You're kind of swaying a little bit, and now not only do you have disadvantage on all skill checks and attacks, you also have disadvantage on all saving throws. So this is going to go bad really quick.
Oh no.
Garganoth, The
None
10th.
of you know this because Saren's never been drunk before.
Oh my god.
Well, I think that's changed now. 10th drink, Garganoth.
Like, seriously, no one checked her ID? Are we sure she's legal?
24.
How do we know if it would even be a legit ID?
I think
Gar?
you're just jealous that she can hold down her alcohol.
I
You
have
call this holding down her alcohol?
more fake IDs than you
We're on
do.
10 drinks. Sir.
Garganoth, what are they giving you? Water? This is nothing. Malagos. 10th
Oh
drink.
no. Oh no.
I have a
Garganoth
fake
is having to pee a lot.
ID for this person.
Once you pop the
Malagos,
seal, it doesn't stop.
from now on, your saves are disadvantage.
Oh shit.
Saren, Constitution save on your 10th drink.
17.
Waves.
I'm still conscious. You're still getting all our protection.
Saren, roll me a d4.
Oh no.
3. Saren, that drink was good. You set the cup down, upside down on the table. You never felt like this before. Oh, man, it's like somebody putting out the torches and extinguishing the fire. And why is everything so dark? And Malagos, Garganoth, you watch Saren's forehead, bam, into the table.
Oof.
She's blacked out.
Calen just moves a notebook out of the way.
I can restore her later.
If you're awake to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not the dwarf.
The 11th drink. Somebody
While
had
they're
something else to say?
rolling,
Go ahead, Odd.
yeah, while they're rolling, Odd would go up to the bar and ask for like a rag or a towel.
Oh, yeah. They'd gladly give you that.
And then they're gonna roll it up into like a jelly roll and go over to Saren and like pluck her head up and then put her forehead down on it so she's not like against the table.
You're such a good person, Odd.
Oh, no, I am kind of okay with not being able to participate.
We should find a way for you to join us.
No, I'm good. This is quite enough for me.
Want a rematch later.
Just go out on a high note.
He just gives a thumbs up.
Garganoth, drink
You know-
11. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You know what you know what I like about you, Odd, is you let other people have a good time and you still enjoy yourself even if you don't participate.
I can't learn if I'm not around.
Why did that sound
I
like
may
Rick?
never have the humanoid experience again, so I might as well hang out.
Is Gargoyle
That's a good
12?
point.
You guys are on drink 11.
But he just went twice.
Yeah. No. The first... Gar, calm down. It's just a game. You're not drunk in real life.
No, you told it.
Gar, your 11th drink You are now on disadvantage with saves. So you're both kind of even right now.
Seeing Garg drink too. Malagos wants to catch up.
Oh, you both... Okay, you want to do two? Alright, so Gar...
Uh-huh.
Alright, so... Well, first, Malagos... Yeah, okay, give me your 2 saves for 11 and 12. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So, Gar, that 11th one was... You felt something. You felt something. And they must have switched back to the good stuff. And Malagos, your 11th? Yeah, you could do this all day. You're feeling good. Sarah passed out, but she's little. You're fine. And as you both reach for the 12th cup and down them, roll me d4s, people.
Oh, no.
Are any of us actually able to carry Malagos if they pass out?
One.
2 of us working together.
Can we get a 3?
Plan.
So there's a moment where you're both looking across the table at each other, and Drunk recognizes Drunk, and competition recognizes competition. And as you lift the glasses after drinking them, it's actually quite a sight as both of you just kind of start to tip, and Garganoth, you fall to the left off the bench, and Malagos, with all the armor and everything weighing you, fall straight back with a loud just cacophony of metal hitting floor as you both are out at the same time.
Hawks yells, "And it's a tie!"
Garganoth tries to high-five Malagos as he's falling over.
and in your mind, you made it because you're seeing like 3 of her now. You got one of her hands as you fell over.
I never dropped the cup.
No fair, there were 3 of you.
No fair, there was 3 of you.
Another question yet. Who's gonna carry the 400-pound dragon?
Well, Kairi's gonna kind of look around and say, so how long should we just let them sit here?
You got this, don't you, babe?
Yep. I walk up to Malagos and I say, restore my child, and raise my head to the sky and use lesser restoration to cure the poison from the alcohol.
Kairi, no one else sees this, but you do. From your holy symbol, a small little dragon comes out, kind of perches itself on Malagos' head, looks at you with one of those really expressions, and then like slaps Malagos back and forth with its tail. And Malagos, the sensation you get is like when you're in a warm bath just floating there, and then suddenly someone yanks you up into like freezing cold temperatures in the air as the alcohol poison just kind of starts to seep from under your scales as it's rejected from your body.
Do I like
Sunshine?
bolt into the city?
How you react is I explain the sensation. You may react how you wish.
I guess bolts up, still clutching up, going, did I win?
It was a tie.
Yeah, I guess. You both fell over at the same time.
Malgus is gonna go see. Can she see that Gargus passed out?
Oh yeah.
I got this one. She's gonna get up. Go up, pick Gargan up. Hand on the holy symbol, hand on his chest, and go. Bahamut, reverse the stupidity of the drinking. And cast Lesser Restoration.
I will also note that Kairi has been giggling to herself ever since she saw the little dragon come out and smack Malagos around.
Oh my god.
I know we
please
didn't see
tell me
that,
why.
but anybody else get the vibes of like Edna from The Incredibles? She's like, pull yourself together.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Yes.
it was. Gar, the same sensation of that floating in a warm, comforting bath and then being pulled out into sub-freezing air hits you as Malagos reaches out with the power of Bahamut. There's no sassy little dragon this time, but
Oh.
that's what you feel as you pull out of this.
And how do I feel when I pull out of it?
That was in a nice warm sensation, and then all of a sudden it's like
okay.
a brisk, cold shock to your system.
I'm sorry, but did
Gargonaut
anyone
says-
else want to say phrasing there?
Maybe. Continue.
Gargonaut says, "Ooh, I'm ready for round 2."
No.
I guess I am too, buddy. Maybe another night.
Calen, Kairi, you are not putting wink wink in that message. No.
The message is already sent. It was sent half an hour ago.
Yeah. With the wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, I gotta know what
So,
this message was.
We
Oh,
put it
it
in
was-
chat.
Oh, come on.
They said Malagos got your letter. Hawks and Calen are to arrive in a few hours as Hawks wanted to report in personally. That was
Wink,
the
wink,
21
nudge,
out of
nudge.
25. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I would have done it the other way around personally. But it's the same difference.
I
Hawks is a
love it.
totally different color than anyone ever thought he could turn into.
Has it
Huh.
been an hour, Dooms?
Calen, you'd receive a reply.
Kairi
No.
would.
I sent it.
Oh, Kairi. Yes, Kairi, you would receive a reply. Well, now there, Kairi-san. Make sure you all come into the Adventurers Guild. I'm down here. Wait. Hello, Kairi. Make sure.
That's too long.
long. I'm down here.
Honestly, that's all I need.
Giving my report to the new Magister down here. And that's where it cuts off.
I
I'll
assume
pass
you-
that along.
Kalen's gonna go Adventurers Guild. Oh, that's actually good for me. I pull out a tome, slam it down on the table, where Saren's still sleeping.
Yeah,
Like,
we
do a teddy bear and like rolls over to the other side and keeps sleeping.
I flip through it. It's filled like with leaves that have been stitched onto paper, and if anyone's reading, they can see that it's a tome of our adventures. It comes to it comes to just after a bit where a bunch of pages had been ripped out, and Calen says, "Aha! I have the runes for the Adventurers Guild."
Yay! And
Perfect.
How did you
Hawks
know?
is like still like a ruby red.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a blind teleport.
I mean, yay! But I'm also nervous. What do I say?
I don't know, say whatever goofy stuff you normally say. Apparently it works even though it's cringe to us.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a you do you situation, bruv.
You said you told her I was reporting it. I don't know what information. Like
That is
I
what the wink and the
every-
nudge were for, you dolt.
Uh,
I can give the actual report.
Ah,
I got this.
See?
Anyway, that's the other reason I'm coming with you. I can give the actual report. I mean, she'll probably want to know about the situation in the last town.
The crazy ass monsters.
Yeah, that one. And also probably the problems with elemental spirits being around the place, but that's not for you to worry about. My love, would you like to go for a lovely nighttime walk through the park whilst Hox here catches up with...
Be fantastic.
I'll take
Hawks
care
is
of
straightening his clothes so fast.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to Malagos if she wants to wake Saren up. Seems like she may need that inebriation tonight.
Point of order,
Malleus is
Saren's
gonna
gonna
walk
stay
over,
blacked
pick
out for
Saren.
3 hours.
Well, Elga's gonna go over, pick Saren up, and put her over her shoulder. Do you want to room with us tonight?
That should be fine. I will just keep watch by the door.
Are we planning on being back tonight?
I mean, the fresher this place is in my memory, the better. We can come back tomorrow morning, but that would probably have us, sleeping in the city overnight, and either way that it happens.
Okay, I was just saying if we weren't planning on being back tonight, we could move our stuff into someone else's room and have a room open for them to have more business.
It's like 8 p.m. at the moment, right?
Yeah, roughly that.
Yeah, we should be back tonight then.
Yeah. We'll be back by midnight.
Okay, sounds good.
Be safe, don't get lost.
No promises. We know how this teleportation thing works, but we should be fine.
Caitlin checks over her notes, has a last hard study of the room, and then turns to the dwarf server and says, "Is there anything that has been here for a couple of years that has a strong tie to the place, and you wouldn't mind me borrowing? I'd be happy to leave something of mine in exchange."
The dwarf kind of gives you an odd look. And she thinks about it for a moment and then kind of giggles to herself. "One moment, dear. One moment." And she...
Oh god, please not be a dildo.
She walks into the back where the kitchen is. And you hear some sounds of pots and pans moving around, and then you hear, "Bruce, I know, no, we need, just don't worry about it. No, yes, no, yes, no, no, maybe. Okay." And she comes back out, and she's carrying the biggest 10-gallon cooking pot that just is kind of crusty and baked on layers, and she hands it to Calen. It says,
Second question.
"This thing's been here since we bought the place. You can have it."
Okay,
Second
well,
question. Do you mind me teleporting directly into your kitchen at midnight?
One second. Then she goes back into
We
the
will
kitchen
fix
again.
anything if we break anything.
Yeah. She goes back into the kitchen. Well, that's what they... No, that's what they said. Midnight, yes. No. I don't know. You ask him. I'm not going to ask him that. I'm
We
sure...
have already. Caelan's gonna stick her head out back. Ask us what?
You see the large man just, like, look up and stare at you with, like, dark eyes. Like you've interrupted something. And the dwarf
Calen
turns
holding
around.
the red plumed helmet.
This is a private conversation, dear. 1 second, thanks. As Calen backs up. I know. Yes, I will tell them. Okay. No. Okay. And she comes back and shuts the door behind her as she comes out. First of all, that was very rude. And because of that, no muffins tomorrow morning. Cook's orders.
Aww.
Aww.
Second of all, yes, no one will be in the kitchen. Just don't disturb the bread.
Okay. Have the bread. Sorry for interrupting. Calen hefting the 10-gallon pot and looking at Hawks and Kairi.
Oh, this is
Anyone else
cast
want to come
iron.
back to the capital?
I'm sorry, what?
Anyone else want to come back to the capital?
It's just about worse.
No, I gotta
I-
keep an eye on this one.
Think some of us should stay here just in case.
Calen kind of addresses the rest of the room. I'm teleporting to the capital if anyone else is interested.
Is there explosive in the capital?
No.
No, Layer.
I'll stay here.
Calen, the looks you get from the crowd within the tavern are a mix of just uninterested and of pure suspicion and hatred, as you mentioned the capital.
I'm gonna burn it to the ground.
Give me a
Langer raises his
deception
hand.
check.
Don't say that when you get there.
I was just gonna say I was gonna burn it to the ground, and then I put my helmet on and teleport away. With the other two, just grabbing them by the shoulder.
Just... Alright,
Langer's visibly
let me
upset.
ask. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Langer.
I just said Langer's visibly upset.
Oh, poor Langer.
Aww.
Man, you wanted to burn it to the ground. I'll give you.
You
a deception
Got
check,
us
though.
the loss of muffins.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Lanyard.
And give me a roll of 100.
Oh no.
Are you serious?
Oh no.
I'm teleporting directly to a circle.
Oh, sorry, I saw the 11 first.
With advantage, since like the crowd is drunk and we built up like friendships with them as they had their arm wrestles.
I don't think that was friendship.
That
I
was
feel-
entertainment. But as
Would
you...
you like me to link you teleport?
No, I got it. As you put the cap on and activate it, Kairi, Calen, and Hawks disappear in just a pop, leaving the rest of you in the tavern. Is there anything the tavern crew would like to do at this time?
Wake me up, wake me up, wake me up. I feel like something bad's gonna happen. Wake me up.
Yeah, no, that's part of what Malagus was gonna do. Is she was gonna go up to the room. Depending on what the crowd looks like at the rest of them. Is the crowd mad at them?
As they leave, many in the crowd say things like, "Good riddance, Imperial rats aren't wanted around here," that kind of stuff. The mention of the capital seems to have been a sore spot for many people. Kind of like Jeanette warned people off.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Malagus is gonna say nothing and just, while holding Zarin, reach to touch her fingers against that holy symbol, put her use her free hand to touch the holy symbol and keep the hand on Zarin and go, Bahamut, please restore her to her normal self. And cast Lesser Restoration for the last time today.
And Saren, just like the other two, you feel that same sensation. Something you've never felt before, as you've never been drunk, but as Saren pops out of this inebriated blackout state, the alcohol just seeping from her pores, as that's really the only way for it to escape. You have that shock to your system, Saren, but you are completely aware once again.
And I'm going to quickly stuff the teddy bear back into my throat.
Malagus is just going to say, don't say anything. But Calen might have gotten us a little in trouble. Don't
That's fine.
react.
Saren's going to like clamber out of Malagos's grasp.
Oh yeah, Malagus is going to put her down.
And Saren's going to say very loudly, who would like some rounds?
Oh yeah, what does Malagus owe for the contest drinking?
We got 12 drinks for you two. That's 2 silvers apiece. 48 silver for the pair of you. Saren only made it to 9. That's 18. 48 and 30. Wait, no. 20.
9 is 18 silver, if it's 2 per.
Yeah, you got it. 2 silver
48
per drink.
plus 19, which is 48 plus 16 is
33 drinks total, so 66 silver.
Not necessarily. They think I've left, so.
56 silver, and it's 10 silver for 1 gold.
Yes.
So 7 more gold. My values is gonna be like, can we still get muffins? I'm so sorry they interrupted your conversation. Can we... Oh, she's also gonna give 4 gold for a tip.
God, you're
Like,
making these people rich.
I would really love some muffins in the morning. Thank you, Beck.
We'll see. And as Saren asks who wants drinks, the bar seems to kind of liven up. Seems transgressions are easily forgiven when free drinks are on the table.
I just say to the barkeeper, I will pay for any drinks in the next 15 minutes. Just tell me my tab in the morning.
And with those words, there becomes a rush on the bar.
Saren is going to get the fuck out of the way.
Oh, Malagus wasn't standing by the bar, so you would have been, like, safe.
And
No, Saren was standing right next to the bar. She looked at Malagos and left Malagos by herself as the crowd ran.
And from there, we are going to go to...
What do you think it's done? Where you?
How goes the teleport?
Do I not have that?
Like 50, maybe 100 at most.
Also, I gave the 4 gold because I didn't do it the first time I bought drinks, so...
You can have a lot of drunk people.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of drunk people.
That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have each of those people drink 5 drinks in 15 minutes to even reach 100.
Okay. Let's
How long
assume
is it?
Australian pub
Not
culture.
true. Not true. They just have to order 5 drinks.
In pub culture, when
True.
last call is called. This is last call in an Australian pub.
Oh god.
Let's see if Hawks can get back with his lover.
Huh.
I still really want to know how the hell you, like, intrigued Jessamine enough for her to hit on you.
She's a very intimidating woman. So it's entirely possible that not many people hit on her.
That's like fish.
And he's
Wolves do eat fish.
please don't get eaten in a non-enjoyable way by the werewolf.
I now I'm worried.
She said you were forgiven.
Yes, but when you say that, it frightens me.
So, zooming out from the world and back to Dibeddo City, we find our 3 travelers at the teleportation circle inside of the Adventurers Guild. This is the main common area where people can come and go as they please. And as it is nighttime, the hustle and bustle in here is kind of run down to just a group in the corner that looks like they're just kind of mulling over maps and going over a few things. At another table closer to the back of the guild, the 3 of you will find Jessamine speaking with the new Magister of the Adventurers Guild.
When we arrive, Calen's going to look at her notes, look at the teleportation circle, and go, "Oh, good, I got it right."
Great job.
Wait, this has gone wrong before?
A few years ago, it used to be pretty unreliable, but she's worked on it and it's a lot better now.
What? I'm so
Calen says,
glad to be alive.
A few years ago, it was unreliable.
I think I see Justin.
Are you all going to approach, or what are you going to do?
I am.
Kairi will follow a little bit behind.
As we get closer, Calen's going to plant a hand firmly in the small of Hox's back and push him forwards.
And I just get launched forward and just like, oof.
Dex save.
Hi, Jessamine.
Dex save, Hawks.
Okay.
Yeah, as Calen gives you a little shove and you step forward, catching yourself, Jessamine turns around and she's not in her normal armor. She's wearing more common clothes. She's got a single piece breastplate on that bears the Imperial crest at this point. Her human form with its dark skin and her impressive physique, even under the linens that she's wearing, she gives a very genuine smile as this nearly 7 foot tall woman steps forward, almost to help Hawks, even though he doesn't fall. Oh, there y'all are. I was starting to think y'all were going to stand me up.
Calen says, "Yeah, sorry, I needed to be extra sure. You saw what happened last time."
Oh yeah, you missed. Yeah, you messed that one right up. You were almost halfway across the continent.
It's okay. Got us covered.
Well, hey, y'all, since y'all are here, with one of the magisters of the Adventurers Guild missing, we have been graciously gifted with someone to take over the clerical position for now. And as she steps to the side, let me introduce you to our newest Adventurers Guild magistrate, Mr. Faint Edge. And standing before you is the thin, feline form of the man you all know. With a large, toothy grin, he kind of extends his hand out to the three of you. Oh, well, it's so nice to see you all again. Seems like only a day or two ago when we were rushing through the streets as a team.
I return a rather cold smile, and I shake his hand.
He kind of mirrors the smile, but putting on airs basically for Jessamine's sake, tightens his grip a little bit and shakes the hand.
I then shake his hand, obnoxiously trusting like always.
Oh no.
No,
Saying,
you should have shaken
nice to meet you, hi.
You should have shaken his hand, but make sure it was like extra wet and slimy.
Yeah, too bad Saren's not there.
The
Valigos isn't there.
Calen's gonna say, were you also allocated to here after your mishap? Like your friend, the Divine Shield? The Radiant Shield?
He starts to speak, and he is interrupted by Jessamine. Oh no. When His Majesty found out that the Adventurers Guild didn't have a magister, he asked the Divine Speaker if she could provide someone to take over the position. And so she offered Mr. Edge. And the feline would smile again. Oh yeah, yes. It is an honor to have such a influential position to be able to serve the capital and its people further.
Now remember, serve and protect.
Oh, of course. That's what we're here for.
I also would like to throw out there, Lady Jessamine, you look mighty commanding as always.
Oh, this old thing? Nah, I just threw this on. I was headed to my bed when I found out that they had picked somebody to take over this here position, and well, thank you for the compliment. I'll say that much.
Well, I mean, you all look beautiful as always.
Oh, well, you ain't looking too bad there yourself, sugar. But come on, let's go into one of the planning rooms and leave Mr. Edge here to his work. I'm sure it's been piling up.
Sounds good to me.
Faint Edge just kind of smiles and gives a little bow. Oh, Captain, you're so very kind and considerate. I do have a lot of work to get to, and a lot of things to look over while I'm here. Feel free to use any of the rooms you like. And Jessamine will kind of smile and start to walk from the table that they'd been using towards one of the closed planning rooms that you guys have used before.
Calen looks over at Kairi and says, We're registered with the Adventurers Guild, aren't we?
I think so, but I can't
That means
remember.
technically Fainted is our boss now.
We have
Why?
weapons.
They can allocate us anything that needs to be investigated. We can refuse, of course, but it's not such a good idea to refuse the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
As you guys walk away, Faintheads just kind of waves to you all with that large, toothy grin.
May tomorrow protect you.
Smiling and waving back. What a lovely guy.
And on Hawks's lovely, naive comment, we shall end tonight's session.
Motherfucker, I can't believe you. I'm so glad Malagos did not go with you. Oh, she would just be fuming.
You guys,
Yeah, so it is probably good that it was Calen, Kairi, and Hawks, because
Absolutely.
Dargonoth would have also been diplomatic. And
Saren and Malagars, how dare you?
what Odd would be
Malagos had straight beef with him strictly because he fucking hated her god.
I don't know how Odd would react. No, Fluffy.
No, what Saren would do is she'd pull out the stolen totem that she stole from the cabin. She'd, oh, I found this in Pab. I'm not sure where it came from.
I have a feeling the Adventurers Guild wouldn't exist anymore if it was linear here.
That wouldn't be such a terrible thing. I'm trying to find my notes because you mentioned about the Adventurers Guild. Yes, we are. I'm trying to find the notes. Because I had something written down and now I can't find it. I saw it earlier. Where the Adventurer Guild, we had to register magical weapons with the Adventurers Guild.
I don't think we ever ended up doing that. We were supposed to do that within a week of us going into town. Oh, no. We did. We did. Jason did it.
uh-huh. Well, to our viewers,
Jason put in our medical weapon registration.
I would like to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Glad that we can get this back in the swing. Keep a lookout for our schedule. Before we leave tonight, I'm going to discuss with the players about what weeks we're going to take off, since it is the holidays coming up. And follow us on Twitter at Duo Gaming. Or is it the Duo? Which one is it, Dorky?
Let me pull that up real quick.
Well, while she looks that up.
It's at Duo Gaming. It's at the bottom of the Twitch.
Yeah, at Duo Gaming. We also have the YouTube channel where all of our videos are released about a week after they're live, just so we can take care of copyright stuff and all that, just to be safe. And with that said, I will bid you guys good night. Remember, there's 20 sides to every story. Roll to find your own. Have a good night, everybody.